I finally met someone I like, she said. One of my clients reached out to me recently with those same words. Those are words that I love to hear. I was happy for her and I wanted to hear more. She told me all the things they had in common and how much she enjoyed being around him. They rode bikes together on the weekends. They had picnics in the park and they cooked dinner together during the week. Her voice was full of excitement. I asked how they met, and she told me how he swept her off her feet. He sent her large bouquets of beautiful flowers. He took her to interesting places for fun dates and expensive restaurants for romantic dinners. He would be attentive to her and regale her with stories of him and his family and friends. I could tell that this non-materialistic woman was enjoying the attention. But all of a sudden, she stopped talking. After careful prodding, she explained that everything was going well except for one thing. As I soon discovered, the man she was interested in would make elaborate plans, and then at the last minute, he'd reach out to say that something came up. Instead of going on this fun or exciting date, he would cancel. Then he would say that he really wanted to see her, and she would agree to go over to his place. He'd cook her a delicious dinner, they'd watch a movie, and end up in bed. I could see where this might be heading. It had elements of love bombing surrounding it. I also understood my client very well, as she had just completed her last session a few months prior. She's a beautiful woman with a giving heart. She grew up in a large family with parents who are still married today. She was taught that to be marriageable, she had to ignore her needs and not make waves. She's given me permission to share her story without mentioning her name because she wants others to learn from her. She, like so many of my clients, want to find love. Yet she wasn't honoring her truth when things became a negative pattern and when she was feeling uncomfortable. She wasn't accustomed to speaking up when there's conflict. I see this a lot with women and heart-centered men in the beginning stages of dating. They often ignore their discomfort, not wanting to bring up anything for fear of their partner's response. In my dating program, along with dating strategies and techniques, clients learn what type of dating style they have. Knowing their style, they can acknowledge their blind spots and begin attracting and connecting with those they're interested in. They're able to see what's been holding them back from dating. And well, they're able to make better choices with partners. They learn how to differentiate between yellow, orange, and red flags when dating. They're taught how to ask questions to decide if their date is someone they want to get to know. They're taught how to express their wants and their needs in a loving, compassionate way to see if their partner wants the same. With my step-by-step methodology, they're able to quickly move forward from attracting and dating to being in and staying in a connected relationship. As it had been a while since my client was in the beginning stages of a relationship, it was understandable that she had forgotten some of what she had learned. She scheduled a session with me, and we talked about the relationship. After she opened up, it was clear to me what was actually going on. She told me what she wanted. She really liked him, and his attributes outweighed this one yellow flag. We went over how she could bring up the problem without making him wrong. She was coached on ways she could comfortably open up the discussion and listen without judgment. The goal was to understand this pattern and decide whether or not it could change. Only then could she decide if the relationship should continue or end. We role-played different scenarios until she felt confident in speaking up for herself. 3 months later, I heard from this amazing woman. She was telling me how they had just returned from a weekend ziplining trip and how much fun they had. She sounded so happy about how their relationship had opened up. She explained that previously he made elaborate plans because he liked her a lot and wanted her to like him. After he became overwhelmed thinking about the cost in relation to his student loans, he would cancel. They had spent an entire day talking about what each wanted and what their expectations were of themselves and one another. They came to a mutual conclusion and were able to resolve the issue. She said she is feeling so expansive. She's speaking her truth, and he is too. The talks are open and honest. She said she never felt more closer in love than before. They're even discussing moving in together. What a beautiful thing to hear. Would you like to have a relationship like that? Would you like to feel love and a closeness like never before? Would you like to have clarity about what you want and be able to confidently speak up your desires? Would you like to be able to speak up when there's discord and get the love that you've always wanted? If so, I'd like to help. If you're tired of using dating apps and getting nowhere, if you're frustrated going on dates after dates and not connecting, and if you think everything is a red flag and it's keeping you from finding love, I'd like to connect with you. There are 2 ways for us to work together. For those wanting to deep dive into attracting, connecting, and dating to create a happy, loving relationship, there's individual one-to-one private coaching. I have a few spots left on my calendar, and you can schedule a free strategy call to find out more. And if you're interested in learning how to attract, connect, and date, but maybe you don't want to invest in private coaching, you can be a part of a new program beginning soon. To figure out which is right for you, go to daretodatedifferently.com or click the link below, and you can schedule a free call. I want to encourage you to get help, get support, and get in that loving, connected, sexy relationship you've always wanted. I want you to date intentionally from a position of love. And if you're enjoying this, please like and comment, and if it's possible, subscribe and follow.